If you've been told that starting an Amazon business is the best way to earn an income online, you've been straight up lied to. Amazon's good for one thing, giving you an audience of buyers. This, in a way, is a good thing, but the bad thing is that you become reliant on Amazon. You become addicted, maybe a bit too far. But in reality, the addiction applies. That is, of course, if you end up being in the very small 10% of people who actually make it on Amazon. Well, then it's incredibly easy to become reliant on Amazon, which is risky. So let's chat about why 90% of people fail to even make it on Amazon and why it's a terrible idea to start an Amazon business in the first place. Even if you do make it, I know many people in both my mastermind and out of my mastermind who own Amazon businesses. Some have bought them and many have started them from scratch, and they all have one thing in common. They hate Amazon. It puts them at the mercy of Amazon, and it costs one of my clients over $25,000 in just one day. And I'll tell you that story very shortly, but see if you can guess what actually happened. I'm curious. Amazon, it's a big deal. And starting an Amazon business isn't an odd thing anymore. A lot of people know about it. So I wanted to ask you, have you thought about starting an Amazon business before? If you have, please comment below. The first reason why starting an Amazon business is crazy and hard is because it's oversaturated, right? Everyone who wants to start an online business starts there. They start with Amazon. When you type in how to start an online business, most of these people, these gurus on YouTube and Facebook and all these different places are trying to shove down your throat to buy their Amazon course on how to start an Amazon business. The reality is it's saturated, it's done. It's really, really hard to get in on Amazon because the competition is fierce, which I'm going to be talking about very, very shortly. But why? Why is it so hard? Why is it so saturated? Because the hardest thing in a startup is sales and marketing. Right? So when you start an online business, the hardest thing isn't getting product and, getting a site built and all that sort of stuff. It's getting an audience and being able to sell to them and market to them. Now, Amazon has this built in, which is a massive pro, but also a con. The reason it's not good or it's negative is because, like I said before, you become reliant on Amazon and you don't actually learn the experience or the entrepreneurial skill of sales and marketing. And everybody starts with Amazon because most people that start an online business don't know how to do sales and marketing. Much like me, when I first started, Amazon really wasn't a thing. I started my own online business and I didn't know how to do sales and marketing, so I made no money. So it forced me in to learn how to do sales and marketing for myself and build my own audience. And because I harness my own audience in many of my own online businesses, then I'm not reliant on somebody else for that audience. So that's where the risk is in Amazon. It's oversaturated and you don't own the audience. Number two is the margins are very, very small, which make it hard to scale. So what happens is when you say buy a bunch of products wholesale, say you're selling drink bottles for $15, right? And it may cost you $5 for the drink bottle and then shipping and all that sort of stuff. And at the end of the day, you may make a couple of dollars profit, $5 profit, say for example. Now, when you're buying a bunch of stock, it costs a lot of money. And also to send it to Amazon, then you're gonna pay the fees in Amazon to actually hold your stock and also ship out to your customers as well. And your profit margin gets eaten into. And because you're not making a massive profit straight off the get-go, it's hard to scale because you may not have a lot of profit to reinvest into buying more product, which is where people become unstuck and they have to start getting finance for their business to start buying more product to scale more quickly, which puts them in a very vulnerable position because they owe somebody else money and also they're relying on Amazon to make them sales and they could get shut down at any second. So that brings me to reason number three on why starting an Amazon business is crazy is because Amazon owns you. Right? For example, they can shut you down at any second. Like I said to you before, one of my clients lost $25,000 in one day. So he's roughly, at the time, he's making a bit more now. At the time, he's making $25,000 per day on Amazon selling his product. Now, somebody came along and wrote a bad comment and it took him 24 hours to get that comment taken down because Amazon, as soon as that bad comment came up, Amazon shut his business down. Now, this could be somebody who didn't even buy the product. This could be somebody who didn't read the instruction manual. This could be somebody who didn't understand the product great, or they thought they were buying something else because they didn't actually really do their due diligence on the purchase of the product. So they wrote a bad comment, and this can happen to so many people. It's happened to almost every single person I know that owns an Amazon business, and they can just shut you down at any second. That can cost you a lot of money, especially if you don't have team and time to be able to put into getting your product back online if Amazon shuts you down. So Amazon owns you in that way. Also, Amazon can hold up your stock or not ship out your stock, or hold you or have your stock held before they bring it into the warehouse. Now, this can be harsh as well, because if you can make a lot of sales, but Amazon won't bring in your stock, then you're at the mercy of Amazon as well. Amazon ends up owning you. Now, there's so many other little intricate things that Amazon can do or has to own you, but the scary thing is that all of this is normal, right? It's a normality. People understand that Amazon can shut you down to a certain extent. They can see that bad comments come up. They can see that Amazon can hold your stock, or they can bump up your prices for shipping, bump up your prices for holding your stock in their warehouse. And the crazy thing is, and I say this is crazy, is that people just accept it. They make it normality. Now, the reality is it shouldn't be normality. You can start an online business or buy an online business that is not selling on Amazon, has an audience, and it costs less to market to it, less to ship out those products, less to warehouse those products, and you can make a higher profit margin and scale quicker. So you can make more money with less work. So what would I suggest doing instead is, instead of starting a business from scratch on Amazon, the reason most people do on Amazon is because apparently their chances of them making it in the online business and having their start off take off is a lot more successful if they go with Amazon, because they don't have to build an audience, because Amazon already has that audience. However, a lot of people are not able to make it because it's such fierce competition. In fact, I've got friends that have been wanting to get into Amazon and researching products for years, and trialing products and not being able to get their foot in the door and actually scale a product. So what do I suggest you do? I suggest you go away and have a look on different website marketplaces, online business marketplaces that are website brokers at businesses that are for sale. And instead of starting an Amazon business from scratch, if you're really attached to Amazon, you could buy an Amazon business. But what I suggest you do is, if you do buy an Amazon business, is you take that Amazon business off Amazon. And this is what I do with a lot of my clients. They buy an Amazon business and they realize that it's very risky and heavily reliant on Amazon. So we get them to start a separate channel, build their own audience, and sell off Amazon to make a higher profit margin and not be so reliant on Amazon. So if you're dead set on Amazon and owning an Amazon business, you can do it, but I suggest buying one. Now, if you don't know how to buy an online business, it's totally fine. I've got free training. You can check out my free training below, buyingonlinebusinesses.co/training, where I teach you how to find these businesses and how to do due diligence on these businesses. It's actually a training on how I made my first $100,000 from buying online business. So check out that training below. Now, YouTube watcher, what's up? It's Jaryd Krause. If you've watched this video up until now, please smash that like button, and I'm glad you're actually really liking the video. Now, what I'd like you to do is please consider subscribing to my channel, because my commitment and exploration on YouTube is about to explode. I'm talking stories, polls, more amazing content, more engagement, more surprise and delight, and this is the time to subscribe. So I hope you consider it, and I hope to see you on the next video. Hey YouTube watcher, if you thought that video was good, you should check out this video here on the 2 best types of websites beginners should buy. Or check out my playlist on how I made my first 100K from buying websites and how to do due diligence. Check it out. It's an awesome playlist. You'll enjoy it.